Welcome friends. Today we are going to see some numericals based on the simple stress strain chapter. In last two lectures we were solving some examples on the stress and strain chapter to learn the concept of stress, concept of strain and how to calculate the deformations of different bars. Okay. So today we will continue the same topic and we will solve some more numericals. Now I will read the numerical first for you. Just note it down and then we will solve. A brass bar having cross-sectional area of 1000 mm square. A brass bar having cross-sectional area of 1000 mm square is subjected to axial force as shown in figure. You can see the figure. The bar is subjected to number of forces 50 kN, 80 kN, 20 kN and 10 kN. Okay. Find the total changes in length. Take E is equal to 1.05 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Young's modulus is given. E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Okay. Now the cross-sectional area of the bar is same throughout the length. What is the difference? The force is different at different part. For AV part the force is different, for BC part force is different, and for CD part force is different. So now how to solve such examples? Okay. So for that you have to consider each part separately. So first I will take part AB. So for AB, if you consider this joint or this face of the bar, a 50 kN force is there. So 50 kN towards left. As there is a 50 kN force towards left, there must be 50 kN force towards right to maintain an equilibrium. Now take the second part. Now for second part, what is there? This is 50 kN, but at the junction it is shown as 80 kN. So what is remaining force over here? It is 80 minus 50, means out of this 80 kN, 50 kN you utilize to stretch this part AB. So what is remaining? 80 minus 50, that is 30 kN. So now as there is a force 30 kN towards left side of the section, there must be force equal and opposite on the other face of the section of magnitude 30 kN. Now take last part of the section. Having force 10 kN towards left, so definitely here the force should be of 10 kN magnitude pointing towards opposite direction. Now look at this junction. So 30 kN towards left minus 10 kN towards right. 30 minus 10, 20. Okay, so this should not change. Now we have to find out the decrease in length or change in length. So for that we have to calculate change in length in each particular part. We will start from AB. So what is change in length in AB? So what is our formula? PL upon E. Formula is PL upon E. What is P? P is 50 into 10 raised to 3. Length of rod is 600. Area is 1000 mm square because it is same for all, and Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 5. This is equal to 0.2857. Now see the nature of this force. This AB is having two forces pulling the part AB. Means it is subjected to tension. That bar is subjected to tension, the resulting deformation will be extension. This is extension. Means due to tension, tensile load, bar will extend. It will not contract, it will extend. Okay. Then second case, dl is equal to PL upon E. What is P? 30 kN. So 30 into 10 raised to 3 length is 1000 divided by area is also 1000 mm square, because area is same for all and it is given in numeric 2 into 10 raised to 5. This is equal to 0.2857 again. Now see the nature of force over here. So this part is subjected to compressive force. On both sides there are equal and opposite pushes. So it is subjected to compression. So as there is a compression, bar will shorten. It will not elongate. There will be a contraction. So this is contraction, not elongation. Now last one is dl is equal to again PL by E. P is 10 into 10 raised to 3 into length is 1200 divided by 1000 into 2 into 10 raised to 5. You will get this as 0.1143. So this is contraction again. Because this is subjected, this is also subjected to same compressive force. Now we have to calculate total changes, means we have to calculate total deformation. So we have to add these three values. But if you add these three values as it is, your answer will be wrong. Why? See, the nature of change in dimension or nature of these changes is different. Means here it is extension, here it is contraction, here it is contraction. So you have to take these values here along with their sign. So I will take contraction as a negative and tension as a positive. So 0.287 is tension or extension, so I will take it as a positive. Then this is negative 0.2857 because this is contraction, and this is again negative 0.1143. This gives minus 0.1143. And so what does it mean? There is a contraction of 0.1143 mm. So it means your rod will decrease in length by an amount 0.1143 mm. Okay, so we'll solve one more example. I will draw this sketch and then I will read the numerical for you. So I will read the numerical. Find the decrease in length of rod loaded as shown in figure. Take E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Okay. So see. So this is the rod of wiring section. The top part is having a diameter 10 mm and bottom part is having diameter 15 mm. So top part is subjected to force 2 kN, whereas at the junction a 5 kN extra load is there. So it means at the bottom part of the rod total load will be 5 kN plus 2 kN. So total load at the bottom part will be 7 kN. Okay. So how will you solve this numerical? So let us say P1 is the load at the top. So it is 2 kN means 2000 mm, 2000 Newton. Then P2 is load at this second part. So it is 2000 plus 5000. So total it will be 7000 Newton. Total it will be 7000 Newton. So now we have to calculate decrease in length of total whole rod. So this DL will be equal to P1L1 divided by A1 E P2 L2 divided by A2 into E. I have directly put the formula because two different parts are there. So what is P1? P1 is 2000. What is length L1? It is 1 inch. Divided by A1. A1 is the area of first part, that is pi by 4 into 10 square because its diameter is 10 mm. Young's model is same for all 2 into 10 raised to 5 plus then 7000 to 10 raised to 5. Its total value is 0.0625. This is how you can calculate decrease in length of rod. Okay. So we have seen two numericals in this lecture. One is change in length of rod when the rod is subject to number of forces. Then this is one more rod which is placed vertical, having different load at different location, and we have to calculate the change in length. Okay. Thank you.